Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing all of my favorite luxury products from the month of June. And there were so many new launches last month, way too many to keep track of. So I went through everything and I pulled out the pieces that I would say are best of the best. That way, if you're still trying to decide what's worth adding to your collection, these are the pieces that I would prioritize over everything else. I have a lot of incredible new complexion products here, so that's where I'm going to begin. In fact, I'm going to start with this Gucci face powder. I love this compact, and I thought, just based on the photos, that it was going to be beautiful. I was going to purchase definitely, but I love the product inside. I think this is well worth the money. I'm disappointed because this is not available yet at Sephora, but yesterday they dropped the new Gucci bronzers. So I did pick up shade 3, medium. I was just guessing, I didn't see any swatches, so I think there are 6 different shades available, and then there's a new limited edition lipstick, which I also picked up. So I will also link the new bronzer. I actually picked up this powder in a light shade to set, as well as a darker shade as a bronzer, and I like it, so I will probably use both. This one is the powder, and I have shade 01. This is a natural matte finish, which I would say is slightly luminous. It's almost a luminous matte. The texture is so soft and creamy. It feels so smooth. Now this 01 is pretty lightening, brightening underneath my eyes, but I really like that effect. You just have to be careful. It feels like butter, so finely milled. Disappears into the skin and you just can't see anything. You know, some powders that make you look dusty, crusty when you look up close, it's like you can see each individual particle. That is not the case with this powder. Truly is just as beautiful as the compact itself, which is refillable. Let's see if I can do this without breaking a nail. So the powder flips up, and then underneath you have a little Gucci sponge. Feels really nice. You could always use this to apply, and I think you could build it up and get a little bit more coverage. So you have the bottom. I purchased this compact from the Gucci website. I know it's available at Selfridges. I want to say it should be coming to Sephora sometime soon. I'm assuming that they're going to have it. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I will continue to update this description box as well as my Instagram page as soon as it is spotted elsewhere, because it is well worth checking out. I just love this vintage old Hollywood feel that you get with all of the new Gucci beauty. The products are just incredible. I love how they went with the gold, the millennial pink. It just speaks to me. And you get this beautiful light pink velvet dust cover to protect it. Very beautiful. Now, sticking with this old Hollywood vintage glamour look, the next compact I have here to talk about is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the new airbrush bronzer. I have the shade 2 and 3. The one I'm holding right now is tan. It's what I have on my face today. It is stunning. It is huge. It is well worth the money. At $53, this compact is gigantic. I don't know when I'm going to finish this powder. When I do finish it, there's this little hole right back here because she's going to sell refills, which is great because this packaging is so substantial. You're not going to want to throw this away. It's better for the environment, and usually with refills, the price is a little bit lower. So $53 is a lot for a bronzer, but if you can pick this up later on for maybe somewhere in the 40s, I don't want to give you the price point because I don't know yet, it's going to be even better. You get this giant mirror, this little clamshell. It is so pretty. This to me is a gorgeous statement piece, something that you could keep displayed somewhere. It's that beautiful, and it really does feel high quality. Enough about the compact. The powder inside is beautiful. There are only 4 shades, and I know that was something in my review. A couple people mentioned that they were a little disappointed because there isn't a shade that works well for them. There's quite a jump. Between tan and medium, there's quite a jump between all of them, so you kind of have to go with the one that fits best. The texture is beautiful. It truly looks airbrushed, flawless. It's almost blurring on the skin. This is a completely matte compact, so you may like a little luminosity with your bronzers, but if you like matte, you're gonna love this. It feels so nice, and just like the Gucci powder, it's so light. It just feels creamy on the skin. Very beautiful. So this is the tan. This is pretty deep. Here is the medium, shade 2. I just wiped off my fingers. I'm going to go in this one. I did the double finger swatch. So you can see there is quite a difference there. Oh my gosh. I forgot just how bad it is. I'm wearing this today, and I think it looks really nice. This is just a little bit too light for me. It's going to suit me in the winter or whenever I don't have a sunless tan, which it's the dead of summer, so most of the time I will be sunless tanning. The difference between tan and medium is pretty substantial, so if you are somewhere in the middle there, unfortunately you're out of luck when it comes to Charlotte Tilbury. Or you could be really light-handed with this. You cannot build this up. You can build it up, but it's not going to get a lot darker than that. I know some people said, well, you know, use the medium and just build it up on your skin. Well, I tried that and I built and I built and I built, and it just looks like more of this. This is not going to become this if you build it up. It's going to stay this, but just be really cakey. This next bronzer was sent to me complimentary from NARS. Huge thank you to them. But I am obsessed. And all it is Laguna. We all know Laguna. It has been years since I've worn that bronzer and I forgot just how good it is. But I love this compact as well because it's really pretty, limited edition. They call this Paradise Found, but when you open it up, it smells like heaven. And heaven to me is coconut-filled paradise. It smells like the beach. It's so pretty. It smells like banana boat. It makes me want a pina colada. It's just so beautiful. And you do have this really pretty gold shimmer sprayed on top that is going to dissipate as you use it, so you could just dust it away if you didn't want any glitter flecks on your face. But it's just really beautiful. I always really liked Laguna, so I'm very happy that I've been reintroduced to this product. Ever since it arrived, I really haven't put it down. It's very pretty. I'm creating my summer 2020 bronzer roundup video next week. The only one I have left to try is the Fenty Cream Bronzer, but I do have a couple blushes here to talk about. This one is from Patrick Ta, and I love this beautiful rose gold packaging. It reminds me so much of Tom Ford packaging. This is the shade Do We Know Her. This is meant to be the peachy coral, and I got so many comments on my review saying, are you sure that's Do We Know Her? Are you sure that's not the pink shade? Yes, guys, I promise this is the coral, and it looks far more pink in person. I am sorry to say, this is it. It does not look very orange, I know. I really love it anyway. I think it makes it a bit more wearable. This cream is so beautiful. The powder is really soft. You can mix them together. You can do one or the other. It's really versatile. You just have to play around with it and see what combination works best for you. A few of you guys pointed out that it's recommended that you go in with the powder first and then use a damp beauty blender and tap the cream right on top of the powder, which I have yet to try, but I am very excited. I just love playing around with this. I love the packaging. I love both the cream and the powder blush, so this is a 10 out of 10 in my book. And I don't have a ton of the Patrick Ta products, but I'm obsessed with this. I've also been loving this beautiful face compact from Chantecaille. This is their summer collection. This was sent to me complimentary by their team. This is the Radiance Chic Cheek and Highlight Duo. I picked up the shade Coral. Let's see. Go. It is so beautiful. I've been getting a lot of use out of this as well because I love this blush shade. I love the highlight. And this highlight is a little bit darker, so it really only works for me if I have sunless tanned. If you have a deeper skin tone, if you're tan medium, this is the shade to get because this highlighter will be beautiful on you. But I love this coral blush. It's a bit pricey. I believe they're $84, but a portion of the proceeds does go to their nonprofit of choice, so Chantecaille is just such an easy brand to support. They're eco-conscious, they use a lot of refillable packaging, their products are exquisite. It's just one of my favorite luxury brands, so definitely check out this Ocean collection. I held off on picking up the pink palette, and I'll tell you why. They had an issue with some of the powders popping out. I saw a couple reviews, and I think I heard from Fernando saying that they had fixed it, but there was an issue with the powders, so I figured better to be safe than sorry. I'm just gonna stick with my Coral Compact. I have 2 more complexion products here, and I thought about not including them on the list because I think the one is sold out, the other is really difficult to get your hands on. But just in case they come back in stock, they truly are favorites. I love them, highly recommend them. The first is this By Terry Face Palette. It took me months, literally months, for this to be delivered. I thought it was lost. I thought I would never see it. I was demanding a refund to By Terry. They didn't refund me, and it turned up on my doorstep. So no more complaints from me. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the Brightening CC palette, shade 1, Sunny Flash. It's gorgeous. These powders are incredible. I love this bronzer. The blushes are beautiful. The highlight, everything about it. It smells like rose. The exterior, one of the best purchases I made. It's so fresh. It smells so nice. It reminds me of the CC serum, which I also love. If you can find this compact anywhere, I know they also carried it on Beautylish. I definitely would swoop it up. Really beautiful. And then the other is the Guerlain Meteorites. This is Brazilian Fizz. I know they restocked this at Selfridges. It's got to come to the United States, right? I just have no idea when. And Guerlain is one of those brands that they launch limited edition items, and they are truly limited. Like, this isn't going to still be available months from now and pop up. Actually, you know, I say that, but I remember not too long ago spotting some of the Golden Land pieces, I think on the Neiman Marcus website. So who knows, maybe in a couple months, this will be everywhere. Quantities are scarce. I think they probably produced 5 of these, and I have 1 of them, so there are only 4 others. There are more. I have no idea when they're coming to the United States. I will keep you guys updated. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do so. I always post on stories if I see something interesting. Usually anytime I make a purchase, I'll post whatever it is that I picked up, or if I see something special, limited edition that's back in stock, I'll post it to Instagram stories. It's just the easiest way to communicate with you guys that way. And if you're not already familiar with the Meteorites, it's a finishing powder. It looks luminous, it's beautiful, slightly color correcting. It's gonna set your makeup, and it's just like that finishing touch, that last little kiss of fairy dust to your makeup. Moving on to lip products, my favorite lipsticks of the month are these Jimmy Choo lipsticks. And I don't think these launched in June. It was just the first time that I was able to get my hands on them because they sold out right away. I picked these up from Harrods. I don't know if there are any shades available. The last time I checked, I think there was 1 shade. But they should be restocking these. I don't think this was a one and done limited launch. They just didn't make enough. They underestimated how popular they would be. They are incredible. The box this comes in looks like a fragrance box. You open it up. The presentation is everything you would expect. At this price point, you expect it to come with bells and whistles. It does. So you open it up, and this is the lipstick tube. You get this really beautiful kind of bone off-white protector, which even the protector is going to get filthy, but doesn't matter. And then this is the tube. It looks like a little stiletto heel. Jimmy Choo embossed. It's just really ornate. It's special. It's something so different from anything else you're gonna own. Even the Hermes lipsticks, and I love those Hermes lipsticks, but ever since I picked up the Jimmy Choo, I don't really grab them when I'm looking for that special, amazing lipstick. I grab the Jimmy Choo lipstick. So these are my favorite at the moment. You pull it out, and the colors are gorgeous. Really beautiful. It has this snake print design embossed right on the tube. And this shade is a really beautiful warm orangey red. It's called Coral Kiss. But my favorite of the 2 is actually this one. This is Tender Pink 008. Maybe that's a 6. I can't read it. It's too small. This color is beautiful. It is the perfect pinky, mauvey, nudie, deep pink so bridal, so gorgeous. Just the ideal pink in my opinion. I think it is a very modern pink. So I love this lipstick. I am committed to using both of these completely up by the end of the year. I do not want these lipsticks to go to waste. I don't want to save them for special occasions. No, I want to use these lipsticks. Since I already own so many lipsticks and I rarely go through them, I've made a point to stop buying new lipsticks unless there's something really incredibly special about them, which is why I made an exception for the Jimmy Choo. But these 3 products were sent to me complimentary, so I did not purchase these. I'm really trying to get away from purchasing new lip products, but I love them. So this right here is the Hummingbird lipstick from the spring collection. This is from Chantecaille. This is the Lip Chic in the shade Passion Flower. A really beautiful coral. It's such a pretty shade. It's so bright and it's really creamy and shiny. It reminds me a little bit of the Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks. The texture is probably comparable from Chanel. I really love this. I love the packaging. It's very pretty. And of course, a portion of the proceeds from the sales of these lipsticks goes to a nonprofit organization. I believe this one is saving the Amazon, perhaps. You can read all about all of the nonprofits supported by Chantecaille on their website. Really incredible brand, but I just love this lipstick. A similar lipstick is this Fenty Beauty. So this I received in a little gift box from Sephora. This is one of her new Slip Shines. Slip Shine, I got it right. This is shade 03 Tang Thang. It's like a sheer version of that Hummingbird lipstick. Beautiful coral. I don't have a lot of lip products like this. I love it. It's really nice. It's very creamy and hydrating. It just gives your lips a little hint of color, which I think is really perfect for summer. On days that I'm doing a bronze, natural makeup look, I will grab this. In fact, I'm going to keep it in my purse. I totally forgot I did purchase this. I broke my own rule. This is one of the lip glosses from Pat McGrath Labs. I picked up 2. I picked up Divine Rose and this one, which is Peach Perversion. I have this on my lips today. I love this lip gloss. This is kind of that everyday lip gloss. I've been using this so much. I don't mind that I picked up another gloss, even though I certainly didn't need it. It's perfect. It goes over peaches, pinks, nudes. It's a great texture, great consistency. It's not sticky. I love everything about these glosses. Last but certainly not least, and in no particular order, eyeshadow palettes. This month was very heavy on the eyeshadow palette launches, so here we have Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. I love it. I recently reviewed this palette. In case you'd like to check it out, I will link it down below. But if you love warm shades, if you love bronze, gold, sultry, earth-toned makeup, this palette is going to be your best friend. And I did say in my review, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, because chances are you have a lot of similar tones. But if those are the colors you live in, if you're constantly wearing those colors, then this might be the perfect palette for you, even if it's a little bit redundant. I love the formula. The metallic shades in this palette are gorgeous. They are special. You feel them, the way they apply on the eyes, the way they swatch, you just know they're amazing. It's not incredibly unique, you know, it's not going to blow your mind in terms of creative possibilities, but it's just that tried and true, wearable, easy, everyday, but could be really smoky evening type of palette. You could pull this out at any time and you'll just instinctively know what to do with it. Next up, I have the very latest eyeshadow palette to join my collection, so this is an incredibly new favorite. But I had to talk about it. It is what I have on my eyes today. This is the Couture Color Clutch eyeshadow palette from YSL in the shade Marrakesh. It is the brightest and the boldest of the 2 palettes that were launched. This came out along with Paris, which has pinks, a pop of yellow, but also some earth tones. So this is going to be for people who love color. Not the faint of heart. You have to like bold eyeshadow to really enjoy this palette. But I hear you guys loud and clear. I had mixed reviews of the eyeshadow look that I created with this palette. Some people really liked it. They liked the idea of experimenting with a lot of colors. And other people said it just wasn't for them. And trust me when I tell you guys, you will never hurt my feelings if you say you don't like my makeup. Now we all know there is a nice way to say that and there is a very rude way to say that. So please don't hurt my feelings. But honestly, you can. If you don't like my makeup look, that's perfectly okay. There are some days that I don't like my makeup look. It happens. It's just makeup. It washes off. But I feel like I need to do a redemption tour for this palette. Like, I didn't do it justice because I only showcased one look, and I tried to be creative and use cool tones and warm tones, and I'm sure it was a bit much. So today, I only went in with these 4 shades right here to create today's look. So it's kind of peachy, sort of pink. I have some orange in there. It's a little bit easier to swallow. It's color, something different, but it's not all over the place. And I think you can do the same thing for the blues. If you wanted to create a blue look, you could just stay in this area. So you don't have to incorporate everything. I did just for fun. I really like this palette. I really like the quality of the shadows. I don't think they swatch very well. The texture's a little bit drier. They're still really pigmented, but they're not going to go on really smooth and creamy. They're nothing like the Natasha Denona eyeshadows. So these 2 palettes, very different in every way possible. This one's color, this one's more earthy. These go on like butter, these do not. So you have to play around with them, but I still find them to be really easy to use. Like, I did not struggle at all to create this look. Even in my initial review, there was no fallout, and I went in with some of the deeper colors. So I love this palette. I'm not giving up on this palette. It's not going to be for everybody. I really like this, and I love this packaging. It truly looks like a YSL clutch. You have this beautiful chevron print. It's faux leather. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna lean in close so you can see my eyeshadow today. In case you really didn't like that first look, trust me, you can do a lot more with it. And of course, the launch that people are still ranting and raving about, we're all still collectively recovering from the stress it induced. I have here the Rose Sisters. I have Divine Rose, the original, and Divine Rose 2, in the limited edition pink packaging, which I'm told sold out in the first 8 minutes. I don't know how I was able to get my hands on these, but I'm so happy that I did. And I love them both. Now, you guys told me as soon as I picked up Bronze Seduction, you said, you're gonna love Divine Rose, you have to get your hands on Divine Rose. So as soon as I found out about this pink packaging that was made for me, of course I had to pick this up, and you guys were right. I love these colors. I think this is a very wearable palette. Easily her most wearable. This is easily her most wearable palette. I love these colors, I love the texture. I love how you get a nice mix of shimmer and matte. So this can be very daytime appropriate, or you can create really dramatic smoky eyes. It's totally up to you, but it's absolutely beautiful. Now, Divine Rose 2 is the party sister. She dropped out of college. She is wild. But I love this palette. If you love color, if you love pinks, this palette is going to be perfect for you. Now, this limited edition packaging is sold out, but I believe the palette is not. This is still available, and it's well worth investing in if you're looking for one of those special occasion type of palettes. I know most of us aren't celebrating going out for special occasions. You know, we're not going out in big groups at the moment, but at some point soon we will be able to leave our houses, and I know I'm going to put this palette to use. And that completes today's favorite video. You know what? I have one more favorite to show you. Here I have my #1 favorite of the month, the Jazzy Poodle. Say hi, Jazzy. She just got a haircut. She's looking fresh, so excited. She never gets to come in here because every time she darts in this room, she finds something on the floor. Usually it's an expensive lipstick or compact. She bites down on it and then she runs and heads for the hills, and I have to pry it out of her mouth later. So this is a real treat for her to be let into the room. So that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you feel inspired. If there's anything you are still wondering about this month, as always, I will be linking everything mentioned down in the description box. Why are you shaking? And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're going for a walk. Do you want to go outside? Say hi. Do you want a treat? Do you want cheese? All right, let's go.